I think Conor is going to be a brand new version of himself. Conor is on the road to redemption. That's from Michael. Michael could very well be. You know, we saw his last fight with Cowboy. It was a very impressive fight. Round one, he came in and threw the biggest left hand he's ever thrown in his career. Thank God it missed for Cowboy, because that left hand had some serious heat. And he fought beautifully. And look, he got right on it, man. He didn't take any break whatsoever. He started hitting with the shoulder. His speed looked better than ever. His shot selection was excellent. I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a fresh, young, powerful, explosive McGregor in round one. Okay, I got a super chat here. Let's see what it says. Hi again, sir. I finally joined a UFC fighter gym. I found I'm more impervious to leg locks than I thought. I'm a wild belt with nuclear weapons. Well, Cookie Calves, welcome to the MMA world. I hope you enjoy it. Right now, we are talking about Poirier versus McGregor, and I want to take your thoughts and comments on that fight. Questions and comments. Dustin gets damaged every fight as well. That's from T Mill. T Mill, you're so right. He's not the hardest guy to hit. He's a great fighter, but all his wins, you know, they're blood and guts wins. There's a lot of blood and guts. That's not the right way to fight McGregor. I'm sorry to say, there's just physics are involved. You know, like, I think he could survive the first few rounds, but man, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one, man. It's gonna be a tough one to watch, because you got this precise sniper in McGregor versus a guy with so much heart. Maybe it's his heart could get him in a lot of trouble. Okay, guys, here we go. All right, I don't know what this is. Conor cheated. Conor doesn't cheat. I don't think Conor cheated. Well, some people are complaining about. Some people were complaining that McGregor hit him behind the head. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't think it was. It's very hard to say, but that's the referee's call. It's tough to call because the way he fell, and he was already kind of punching, and he did hit Dustin behind the head. That is true. And sometimes a referee will stop that fight. Sometimes if you get a different referee, you'll stop the fight, give the fighter 5 minutes, up to 5 minutes to recover. How are you doing? And you want to continue, etc. You could have got a very different referee because there was clearly a shot in the back of the head. However, he went down pretty cleanly from a left hand. Okay, here we go. Dustin is not an elite boxer. He's an elite brawler. Conor is elite boxing. That's from MMA Royale. I wouldn't say Dustin is a brawler. No, he's a sophisticated puncher. He's got good choppy short shots. His variety is very good. His volume is very good. He's suffered in the past against low kickers, and he's found a way out every time using his boxing. Like, he's a good boxer. But there are levels to boxing and there are styles to boxing. I agree with you there. Being a puncher, you know, in boxing, they won't say he's a brawler. They'll say he's a puncher. It's not necessarily bad. There's been world champions that are considered punchers or brawlers, as you say. There have been legitimate boxing world champions. Okay, he's an educated puncher. He's not just punching blind. He's not just closing his eyes and throwing circular punches like a madman. No, that's not what he's doing. However, I agree with you that there's a range and speed and sophistication to McGregor's boxing that will be very difficult for Poirier to overcome. Coach, how much of a difference will it make for Poirier that he was way more active the whole time? That's from Breezy. At the level they're at, I don't think it makes much difference because McGregor's been fighting for so many years. Poirier's been fighting for so many years. They've been there. They've been in the crunch, you know, of an elite fight. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Coach, don't forget the reaction to Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris. That's from Prajal. Prajal, I have not forgot. I will do it in the new year. I promised you guys that I would do this video. It will be a reaction video to Sam Harris versus Jordan Peterson. Look for that in the coming month or two. Conor also reversed Nate Diaz from the bottom. That's from Top Bloke. That is true. You know, everybody said Conor's jiu-jitsu is not good, but then he gets Diaz on top of him and he sweeps him. He sweeps him beautifully. Not with some kind of weird off balance sweep. No, he swept him beautifully. He went to Ashigrami. He grabbed the ankles. He swept him. It was a clean sweep. He got on top of Diaz. He stabilized Diaz. The man can move. The man can grapple. Okay. One guy I'm going to have to put in timeout. He's just blowing up the chat room. All right, my friend, you're in yourself a timeout. Personally, I don't want to see Dustin fight Conor. I like him as a person. That's from Bang. Bang, I agree with you in a certain way. You know, his first loss was pretty bad. We've seen Dustin, you know, he's kind of like the Rocky of UFC. He's had some beautiful wins. He's a very inspirational guy. However, now he's meeting up with McGregor. I don't think he could. I don't think he can avoid this fight. I think this is something he has to do for his career. If he can get a win over Conor, it would cement him as a legend in the sport. It's a big opportunity for him. I think he sees it more that way than losing to somebody twice in a bad fashion. You got to look at the positives. And when you're at this level, you know, when you're in the top 5 fighters, you have to take these fights. There's no way around them. You got to do it. Do you think if Dustin comes in with a kick-heavy game plan, that the plan could that he can put last Conor? You know, you're saying this is from Jose Reyes is asking, look, if he comes in with a kicking game plan, could he beat Conor? I don't think so. I don't think that. I think that a kicker could win against Conor. However, Dustin is not a kicker. You'd be trying to force him into a style that's not his. You need a lot of preparation before you could turn Dustin into a kicker. Now Gaethje's a kicker. It would have been interesting to see Gaethje try to kick the legs out from under McGregor. That'd be an interesting matchup. McGregor's boxing versus Gaethje's boxing and kicks. You know, Gaethje brings that interesting element of kicking to the table. And, you know, we saw him kick Khabib's legs successfully, but then he got countered with a double leg. In this case, I think if Poirier tries to kick Conor, he's just going to get lit up. But again, I could be proven wrong, and that would not be uninteresting to me. McGregor wins by scripted knockout, as always. That's from Alex Plank. Alex Plank believes that Conor McGregor's fights are fake. Well, I can tell you, my friend, I've been on the Octagon side for many years, for countless amount of fights. And I could tell you that those punches being thrown in there are 100% real, no script whatsoever. No script whatsoever. Those are real punches. Those are real athletes putting it all on the line for real. This is 100% real fighting.